What's going on, guys? You're listening to WSOU. I am Nick, and I'm here with Jeremy from Landfill. What's going on, dude?
Oh, hey, nothing much. Just hanging out. I'm from Jacksonville, Florida, so we're about to get hit by Hurricane Matthew, so I'm just hanging out, waiting it out.
Yeah, not too. How's it looking though? Is it because I heard different things?
Well, right now it's not too bad because it just passed through the Bahamas and Cuba, and I think it's going to make landfall with Miami tonight. So we're not exactly getting hit yet, but probably tomorrow we're going to get hit pretty bad. It's a Category 4 right now.
Oh wow. Well, I hope everything works out with you guys down there.
Yeah, thank you.
Now, I wanted to talk a little bit about Jerry sent me the link to your guys' new EP that you got coming out in just about a week or so. So how pumped are you? Because this is the first thing you guys released, right?
Yeah.
So how pumped are you to finally get this out there?
I'm pretty excited, man. It's been way too long. We've been a band since last April of 2015.
Wow.
We've been a band since last January 2015, and we played our first show in April last year. So we've recorded this EP about 3 times, and
wow.
It hasn't turned out the way we wanted it to. So we've re-recorded it, and now it's actually turned out the way we wanted it to, and we're ready to release it. And it's a crazy feeling. It's such a surreal feeling.
Yeah, for sure. And that's crazy. It's only been like a year or so. So definitely, I could see why you'd be so pumped to get it out. And I know there's a little bit of a backstory behind the title and everything. It's called Coward. So what exactly were you going for? I know it had something to do with your scene down there.
Yeah. I mean, it's not all about the scene. It's the scene down here is a touchy topic for us because I don't know. We have a great scene down here, but
right.
I just feel like not a lot of people like us. I guess it's we're not the genre that everyone prefers.
Okay.
Jacksonville has a very strong hardcore scene.
Okay.
And there's just a few individuals that just are kind of just like, oh, well, if you're not a hardcore band, then get out of here type thing.
Okay.
So it's kind of just we just want our scene to build each other up more so than just build tear each other down more so.
Right. So what's a little bit about fill me in on kind of the background, because I know there was there's some deeper meaning to the whole entire thing as a whole.
Some background on the EP.
Yeah, just give me a little bit because I know there's a lot that you guys put in lyrically and stuff. Yeah,
a lot lyrically. It's just, like I said, there's a lot of people that just, try to bring the scene down and try to bring other bands down and, have beef with each other. So it's kind of just it's more of an upbringing. It's kind of addressing the issue, but more so not trying to make the issue worse, but more of an upbringing as to trying to make the scene better and try to bring everyone together more so than anything, because it's just the music scene, we don't need people, saying oh, well, fuck this band,
right?
For not sounding the way I want it to, or kids making fun of other bands for making fun of other kids for liking this type of music. I had this kid share a post that we were playing with the last 10 Seconds of Life, and some girl commented, "Oh, that band's shitty, Landfill's shitty," and then he's just well, that's your opinion. I really like them. And it's just attacking people oh, I don't like that band, so I'm going to give you shit for liking that band.
Yeah. Now, do you feel that's definitely something that's more a newer thing because of social media? I want to know what impact social media has had for you, since you guys are a newer band, where social media I feel it could be used as a positive or a negative thing, because since there's such, an easy access to the internet, a lot of bands are trying to do the same thing at the same time, but at the same time that exposure can help you more than just trying to the old school handing out flyers and word of mouth. So what's kind of been your input on the internet and how it's kind of helped you guys out?
I definitely think the internet has helped us out a ton. We've we haven't toured yet. We've played shows along the East Coast, but we haven't like legit toured.
Right.
We've played like around Florida. We've played in like North Carolina, Georgia. Like we've just played a few states here and there. And we have like, I think we're about to hit 5,000 likes on Facebook, and we haven't released our first record.
Right. Yeah.
So I mean, obviously, like Facebook likes doesn't mean anything, but like there's a lot of word of mouth going around, and I just think, I mean, I think that can come from our live show.
Right.
But definitely, you know, kids talk on the internet like, hey, I saw this band's super sick.
Right.
And I feel like that word gets out, and I don't know, I think having that amount of likes before putting out your first record isn't that bad, in my opinion.
Oh, yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah, and like I said, like we haven't toured or anything. So it's like, oh, that's just crazy. Like we haven't toured, and we have like that many likes, and there's like people like stoked to see us. And I'm like, all right, well, we've never played it in any of those states that people are saying they're stoked to see us at. So obviously they heard about us on the internet, probably.
Right.
But I mean, there are definitely like a few kids who just like kind of like, oh, I wish the internet wasn't a thing at this moment.
Right. No, yeah, because I definitely see there's the two sides of it, because, you know, everyone back when MySpace was big, and that kind of broke a lot of people. And then I think a lot of people jumped on that bandwagon, and then it almost kind of saturated the scene a lot. You know, everyone wanted to have, you know, the next band, so they were trying to push it on the internet, and it kind of, you know, you had to like really weed out and find the good ones. So I think it's you know, there's the two sides of it. But I know you've been playing, like you said, a couple shows, but they've been decent shows. You know, I saw you guys were playing like with Stick With Your Guns, Straight From The Path, stuff like that. So I mean, you guys are on some decent bills.
Yeah. We played with Stick To Your Guns tomorrow. It'll be 2 days. On Saturday, it'll be 2 weeks since we played that show. That show was, we played with Stick To Your Guns on that. It was Stick To Your Guns, Straight From The Path, Expire, and Knocked Loose.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
That was honestly like one of the craziest shows we've ever played. Like we had a very good reaction. You know, I mean, from what I could tell, it seemed like people were digging us. We sold a good amount of merch. Our EP comes out next Friday, but we've had our physical copy, so we've been selling them early at shows.
Oh, okay. So
there's a good amount of people who already have the record, and but like we played with Straight From The Path last year with Comeback Kid, Being As an Ocean.
Oh yeah, that was a good tour bill.
Yeah, like that show was really sick. We played with like Whitechapel, Culture Killer. We played some pretty big shows, and I'm very thankful for that.
Yeah, for sure. So is there anything in the works of trying to get out a little bit more and try to get to, you know, out on the road?
Well, we're releasing this record next Friday, and we have a tour booked in January. Okay. I can't say with who, but we have a tour in January. We're doing the East Coast. I think it's about 2 weeks.
Okay.
And it honestly should be getting announced like any day now.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, but we're doing 13 days up the East Coast and back. I mean, it's just, we figured the East Coast was a good first, just like a good first target for our first tour, because, you know, straight 95 shot. All the cities aren't very too far from each other.
Right.
And it's just kind of like, oh, let's get a taste of what it's like. And then, you know, maybe next tour we'll head out to like the Midwest or the West Coast.
Right.
You know, and stuff like that.
Okay.
So we're going to try to push this EP as much as we can, and maybe hopefully something happens with it.
Yeah, for sure. And now I thought the most interesting thing was there was a big backing, because I was talking to Jerry about it, and I've also worked with them before too. I know, and I think it's cool because he backs a lot of people. But Tuck from Fit for a King is like really supportive of you guys.
Yeah. So we're very thankful for him.
How did that kind of come together? Like that he found you guys?
It's a funny story. When he first joined Fit for a King, like, I've been listening to Fit for a King since like before they got signed to like Solid State Records, like before Tuck was in the band, and so I've been listening to Fit for a King for a while, and it was funny. I was friends with him on Facebook. We never really talked, but we were friends on Facebook. And then all of a sudden, I just see that he joined Fit for a King. And I was like, oh, that's weird. That's crazy.
Yeah.
And then I listened to their first single that they put out with him on vocals. I think it was A Greater Sense of Self.
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah, the first single Tuck was ever on. And I just hit him up on Facebook, and I was like, hey, dude, like, super stoked that you're in Fit for a King. Like, love the band. I honestly liked Fit for a King more after he joined because I really like Tuck's clean vocals because I feel like they're more unique in that genre.
For sure.
I feel like. So I hit him up. I was just like, hey, stoked for you, dude. It's such an awesome opportunity. And, you know, ever since that, you know, we kind of became close friends, and I keep him up with with him with what I'm doing musically. And he, you know, I told him about Landfill. I showed him the stuff we were working on, and he really seems to like it. And he helped us out with, you know, getting in touch with Jerry, which I'm extremely thankful for. It's really helping us out a ton. So it's kind of like the way I look at it is like, if it wasn't for Tuck, I probably wouldn't be on the phone with you right now.
Oh wow, so that's crazy.
And I've always supported Fit for a King. He always hits me up whenever Fit for a King's in town, and he's just like, hey, dude, hope you can make it out to the show. I'm like, oh, I would. I don't have any money. He's like, oh, don't worry, I got you covered. And,
that's awesome.
You know, he always helps me out whenever he's in town, and he's very supportive.
Yeah, that's awesome. Hopefully, maybe in the near future, we'll see you guys out on the road.
Oh, that would be insane. Like, that would be like, I can't even put it into words.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
But I know you guys also have a music video coming out very, very soon.
Oh, we actually already released it.
Oh, it did come out? Okay, so the press release was a little...
It was the first single. It's for Step Down. It's the first single that we put out for the EP.
So how's that been so far? Has it been good reaction to that?
Yeah, it's been getting a pretty good reaction for what I can tell. Like, I haven't really seen anyone like say anything that bad about it, really.
Right. Okay.
Which is pretty good. And I don't know. We put out this song, Unimpressed, back in February. It's on the EP, but we re-recorded it for the EP, but we released it as a single back in like February. And it took about it's not much. It took about 5-6 days to get 1,000 views, and it has about 2,100 views. And Step Down we released 2 weeks ago. It already has the same amount of views as that
that's
song.
Awesome.
So it's it's not much, but it definitely shows the growth between how many views that song got in 7 months versus how many views that song got in 2 weeks.
Oh yeah, for sure. Especially since you guys don't even really have that much out yet either.
Yeah, that's why I'm super stoked to get music out, because I feel like that's kind of what's been holding us back mostly just we took too long to get the EP out, and I was really starting to get worried because I didn't want people to get bored.
Right.
And it's kind of we most of the songs on the EP were songs we've been playing since we first started playing shows.
Right.
We've gone through a few member changes, and it's funny because the EP was written by past members and current members.
Okay.
Our live set, we played with Moss to Flames back in March.
Oh, okay.
And that was our last show before we took time off to record the new record, and we didn't play shows for about half a year. We didn't come back to playing shows until August.
Okay.
And we played with Kublai-Khan and Jesus Peace, and that show was really cool. And so we were playing 2 songs on our set back in March, and then we were thinking about recording them, and we were like, all right, we don't want to bore everyone, so what we're going to do is we basically picked the 2 songs we disliked the most, we cut them from the set, and just trashed them completely, wrote 2 newer ones that, kids haven't heard yet.
Right.
We haven't played live, so we thought that was a smart idea to, at least, I don't want kids, waiting for a year and a half to hear all the songs they've been hearing live for the past year and a half.
True.
So we started playing those newer songs live, and I feel like the 2 newer songs on the EP, Step Down and Coward, I feel like, in my personal opinion, I feel like those are the best songs.
Okay. Yeah,
and I'm really excited because it shows, like, you know, I feel like it has a more mature sound than the other songs.
Right. You know, I could definitely tell why. Yeah, that would make sense too. So do you think that's kind of more of where, you know, when you guys hit back into the studio, you'll be going more that way?
We're actually taking like a drift into. We've already started working on the newer stuff, and we're taking a drift into, like, the best I can describe it is like a more metal direction, kind of like more like intricate riffs and everything like that. Kind of like the best I can describe it is like, you know, like Culture Killer. I don't know if you've listened to their album Throws of Mankind.
Okay.
Or not, but they're very riffy, and that's like the type of direction we've been wanting to take for a while now. So we're working on that, and, you know, like I said, after our tour, I think we are recording a single.
All right.
We're going to be recording a single and then shooting a music video for that. So we'll be putting out something pretty soon after this EP.
Okay, cool. Well, it sounds like you're going to be very busy then.
Yeah, we're going to be really busy, but I feel like it's going to help us. I can only hope.
Yeah. Now, that's all I got. You have anything you want to add wrapping up?
Oh, all right. Well, I just want to add that, like, you know, thank you for anyone who's ever supported us, you know, over the past year and a half. Thank you for, you know, staying there for, you know, as long as it took to get this record out. And, you know, this record's for anyone who has stuck around for it.
Cool. Well, thank you very much.